Picture a moment when someone you love sees you at your absolute worst. Maybe you're crying uncontrollably after a terrible day at work. Maybe you've just failed at something important and you're sitting there, completely defeated. Your defenses are down. Your carefully constructed image has crumbled. You feel exposed and raw. Here's what our culture tells us: this vulnerability is weakness. We should hide these moments. We should present our best selves in relationships. We should be strong, successful, and put together if we want someone to love us. But what if everything we've been taught about building strong relationships is backwards? The truth is counterintuitive. The moments when you feel most ashamed of yourself, most afraid of being seen, are exactly the moments that create the deepest bonds between people. Your weakness becomes the foundation for something stronger than any performance ever could. Think about the relationships in your life that feel most real. I bet they weren't built during your highlight reel moments. They were forged when someone saw you struggle and stayed anyway. When you showed up imperfect and they didn't run. When you admitted you didn't have it all figured out and they said, "Me neither." This goes against every instinct we have. From childhood, we learn that love is conditional. We get praised for achievements and criticized for failures. We internalize the message that our worth depends on our performance. So naturally, we bring this mindset into our adult relationships. We think we need to earn love by being impressive. But here's what psychologists have discovered: authentic intimacy requires the exact opposite. Dr. Brené Brown's research on vulnerability shows that shame loses its power when it's shared in a safe relationship. The very things we're most afraid to reveal about ourselves become the bridge to deeper connection. Alfred Adler understood this decades earlier. He wrote about how our deepest fears of inadequacy, what he called our inferiority complex, actually drive us toward connection with others. We're not meant to be self-sufficient. We're meant to be interdependent. Our struggles aren't bugs in the system, they're features. You've probably experienced this yourself. Remember a time when someone you cared about was going through something difficult. Maybe they were scared, confused, or hurting. Did you think less of them? Or did you feel closer to them? Did their humanity make you love them less or more? The answer reveals something profound about how connection actually works. We don't love people because they're perfect. We love them because they're real. Their struggles don't push us away, they invite us in. Their vulnerability gives us permission to be vulnerable too. This is the romance paradox. The stronger you try to appear, the weaker your relationships become. The more you hide your struggles, the more isolated you feel. The harder you work to be lovable, the less authentic love you actually receive. But when you show up as you actually are, something magical happens. You give the other person a gift. You give them the chance to love you for real, not for your performance. You give them permission to be human too. You create space for the kind of connection that actually sustains us through life's inevitable challenges. This doesn't mean you should dump all your problems on people or use vulnerability as manipulation. Real vulnerability is about sharing your authentic experience without expecting the other person to fix you or validate you. It's about showing up honestly and letting the relationship be what it's going to be. The strongest couples aren't the ones who never fight or struggle. They're the ones who've learned to be real with each other during the fights and struggles. They've discovered that admitting "I'm scared" or "I don't know what I'm doing" doesn't weaken their bond, it strengthens it. John Gottman's research on successful marriages backs this up. The couples who last aren't the ones with the fewest problems. They're the ones who've learned to turn toward each other during stress instead of away. They've mastered the art of being weak together instead of trying to be strong alone. Your imperfections aren't obstacles to love. They're invitations to love. Your struggles aren't relationship killers. They're relationship builders. The parts of yourself you're most tempted to hide might be exactly what someone else needs to see to feel less alone in the world. This changes everything about how you approach relationships. Instead of asking, "How can I be impressive enough to earn their love?" you start asking, "How can I be real enough to create actual intimacy?" Instead of performing strength, you practice honest communication. Instead of hiding your struggles, you share them with people who've earned the right to hear them. The strongest relationships aren't built on the illusion of perfection. They're built on the reality of two imperfect people choosing to be imperfect together. Your weak moments aren't the enemy of love. They're the raw material love is made from.